bit of history on this mixture. 2 years ago I tried a strip of beans and oats in some spring beans and got a 15% yield benefit. So I thought, well, we'll try it again. PGRO are interested in intercropping. So this is a PGRO trial in this field. We've also got another 5 hectare field over there of just beans and oats. See, for me it works well. They're both two strong crops, they can grow together. They both normally get away, but again they're both very high risk. In the wrong year, wrong situation, they can both do badly. This year, to highlight, this was farm safe seed. I did get it germination tested and it was low but not too low, and we adjusted for the seed rate. We still got a low plant count. I planted 45 to 50 and we got 30 to 35 plants established. So the beans, the monocrop beans, are thinner than normal. I think from what you said, we could have sampled one part of the lump and it'd be 80%, and another part of the lump where we took the seed could have been 40, 50, 60%. And I think vigour was something you were talking about, wasn't it? That
yeah.
If you didn't, it was tested for nematodes and everything, but for me that highlights the benefit of mixing with the oats. The fact that we've got a low establishment of beans, the oats are there, and in the mixture you can't, we haven't really lost anything really. Hopefully, I don't think. But in terms of growing this, it's had 2 fungicides. Some had a pre-em, some didn't. On the plots, half of the left-hand side had a pre-em, the right-hand side didn't. I don't think you can see much difference. It's had nutrition, that's about it. The seed rates are on your sheet, but what I have noticed yesterday is this virus coming in. I think I'll leave that to Steve to tell us about that.
Yeah, so firstly, those of you who've read Andy's Nuffield report will realise that intercropping is not new. And in fact, if we go back, for those of you who can remember that far back, or even were born that far back to 1982, PGO were doing intercropping then with peas and oats and barley and beans and anything else that was going around, in an attempt to try and get peas standing and get them to standing at harvest and for easier harvesting. And really over all that time we really haven't solved the problem of peas falling over at harvest. And so we're having a re-look again. My boss, Roger, he's not new to the game, he's been with us about 5 years, but he thought we should have a revisit at this, hence we're back into looking at pea and bean mixtures. So 3 years ago we had a quick look-see at Piola. That was a waste of time for us. Firstly the flea beetle took out most of the crop and the pollen beetle finished the rest off. Peas and barley. Barley's really not strong enough to hold peas up. Oats did a much better job. And while they're still lodged at harvest, at least they provided more of a bulk for harvesting the peas. So when you harvest the peas, sometimes it's difficult to get the lifters underneath the crop and then for the reel to drag them into the combine. Having the oats presence there did make a big difference of throughput through the combine. I know you got the oats there which slowed their things down a bit, but it did make for easier harvesting. But strangely enough, the oats came at a similar time to the peas also. So last year we did again mixtures of peas and oats at varying rates of oats in a standard rate of peas at 70 plants per square metre. We also included beans in there as well, a pea bean mix. And some of the results of all of that Katie's put in the pack for you, both in terms of yield, where oats came out massively on top, just in terms of yield as a straight oat mix. But in terms of land equivalent ratio, then a mixture of what I would call full rate beans, which is 50 plants per square metre of beans, 70 plants per square metre of peas, came out top in terms of an LER. And the LER ratio was 1.18, so an 18% increase in land use efficiency, which is good, massive. But every mix gave a positive LER, some of it very small, but everyone gave a positive LER, which surprised me massively. If anybody's got any questions on this, you can ask while we're going round, but Andy's been talking about the virus in the beans. and it has come in with a vengeance. And it's not just here. I saw it in massively in a trial, a recommended list trial that we've got in near Cambridge, and it's down to aphids spreading the virus around. And it's the green aphid and not the black bean aphid that does the damage. The green aphid is much more mobile within the crop, and it spreads viruses around very readily. Aphids have been around in the crop for an awful long time this year, almost right from the beginning of establishment and through, but at very low levels. Now, current recommendations suggest that you shouldn't spray until you've got about 20% of the plant infested. And we're thinking now that these recommendations are probably too late, that we need to be spraying for aphid much earlier, get on top of them at a very early stage to stop the spread of viruses through. You can see the symptoms, probably not just where you are on the edge, but I can still see some there. There's a big patch in front of me here. It's looking like puckering of the leaves, rolling of the leaf edges. They're just some of the symptoms. But actually which virus it is difficult to determine other than by doing a specific test for it. And in fact I've got some samples coming in next week from this trial in Cambridge to try and ascertain which virus it is. My colleague Becky will give you a chapter and verse on viruses in peas and beans, because it's not just a problem in beans, it's been a problem in peas as well all the way through. And again, our recommendations are that not to spray at the early stage. We try and control pea and bean weevil at an early stage, but not necessarily aphids.